I'm Vera Bambi, and this is my cosplay profile. So my first cosplay experience was approximately, I want to say, 4 years ago. My Mary Jane, which is based on art by J. Scott Campbell, my favorite artist. And I did that at Toronto Fan Expo. The following year I did New York Comic Con, and the rest is history. My favorite cosplay ever so far, and usually when people ask me what my favorite cosplay is, I'll say, I don't know, it's the newest one, but my Joker, and I think it will be my favorite for a long time just because of the feels I have for Batman and everything to do with Batman. I also really love putting together, you know, the makeup and the hair and so on. It's about a 5-hour day before I get my cosplay on. My least favorite cosplay experience ever, I was wearing my Princess Peach bodysuit, very similar to this actually, and I was standing at my booth, people were coming by, and this woman came by with a whole hand and smacked me firm on my bottom, like firm, bare butt. It was not welcomed. And I stopped her and I said, "What do you think that you're doing?" And she said to me, "What do you expect? You're standing around in a thong. It's so hard. Ha, ha. It's so hard not to. Ha ha ha." I honestly didn't know what to do in the moment. Now I know that I should go out of my way to get that person removed from the convention because I have experienced it. But yeah, that was probably the worst experience. My favorite thing to do outside of cosplay would be to work on content. I love editing, be it photos, videos, any form of either videographical art or photographic art, like digital art. I love to sit down in front of my computer and just zone in for hours. What do I love about cosplay the most? I love meeting like-minded people who are interested in the same things that I am. I am generally very socially awkward. I have a very hard time coming out of my shell, but when I come to conventions, this brave girl just like emerges. And I love speaking to people and being a part of this community. I really feel that it pulls me out of my box, and it means so much to me. Something very few people know about me is that I have a lazy eye. This one right here. And I'm generally, you'll notice this now that I'm pointing it out, but in my photos, I have to look in this direction so that this eye will stay strong. It's like exercising the muscle. And if I find myself looking in that direction too long, it'll get a little stuck. So that's a fun hidden-ish Vera Bambi fact. So I had just been accepted to Suicide Girls, which was like a huge goal for me. And immediately after that acceptance, that's when I made this post. And my mom and dad, I guess they sat down and read it. And I hadn't been speaking to my dad in a short while. It's not like I was completely cut off, but I knew not to call him and not to, because he just wasn't ready. And I got this phone call from him where he called me and he told me that he was really proud of me for sticking to my guns, for going for something that I believe in, and that he's starting to understand and he's willing to accept it and he'll always love me and all of that, you know, amazing stuff that my dad, yeah. So that was a really serious moment in my life, and I'll never forget that. The question that I get asked at conventions most often would probably be, is that cosplay comfortable? The answer is no. I can't think of anything strange, and I think that's because I don't find many things strange. When I was young, I used to get bullied very heavily for being skinny. I was a lot skinnier than I am now, very twig-like. My parents, I was in and out of the doctor getting tested for all sorts of diseases that they thought that I could possibly have. Like, there must be something wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with me. I was just very skinny. I was very small. I have since grown into my body, but it took a very long time. And I still have these weirdly, freakishly skinny arms, but I love them. People used to call me like human x-ray. I had people go to the guidance counselor to tell them that I was throwing up and all sorts of stuff that I just wasn't doing. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a giant space between my teeth that made me super insecure. Yeah, I got bullied a lot for how I look, and this whole cosplay thing kind of brought me out of my shell. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.